A special morning to my dear children. How are you all? I hope all are fine and safe at home. Okay, dear. Today we are going to see 10th standard geography, third lesson, India agriculture. Irrigation. Watering of agricultural plants through artificial means is called irrigation. Being a hot country with seasonal and irregular rainfall, it always needs irrigation to carry out agricultural activities during dry period. What is irrigation? Watering of agricultural plants through the artificial means is called irrigation. Being a hot country, India is a hot country with seasonal and rainfall also irregular, so always it need water to do agriculture. Sources of irrigation. In India, different sources of irrigation are used depending upon the topography, soil, rainfall, availability of surface or groundwater, nature of river, whether perennial or non-perennial, requirements of crops, etc. The main sources of irrigation used in different parts of the country are canal irrigation, well irrigation, tank irrigation. In India, different sources of irrigations are used. Different sources of irrigation நீர் ஆதாரங்கள் belongs to land, topography, soil, rainfall, then surface or groundwater, நிலத்தடி நீர், then perennial, the river has throughout the year water. Non-perennial means season time only the river has water. Canal irrigation. It is the second most important source of irrigation in our country. The canal irrigation is the second most important source. Canals means கால்வாய்கள். Canals are the effective source of irrigation in areas of low level relief, deep fertile soil, perennial source of water, and extensive command area. So, where we can see the canals means low level relief, then fertile soil, and the river has water, perennial source of water, there we can see. The canals are two types, inundation canals and perennial canals. Inundation canals. In this, water is taken out directly from the rivers without making any kind of barrage or dam. They won't construct any dam across the river. Such canals are useful for the diversion of flood water from the rivers and remain operational during rainy season. So, the rainy season time only, when floods comes, at the time taking the water diversion of the river water. Perennial canals. These are developed from perennial rivers by constructing barrage to regulate the flow of water. So, perennial canals means when regulatingly the river has full water, they are constructing dam across this river and regularly they use this water. About 60% of this canal irrigated area fall in the northern plains of India. Well irrigation. A well is a hole or trough, usually vertical, excavated in the earth for bringing groundwater to the surface. Well irrigation means கிணற்று பாசனம். கிணறு என்பது பூமியில் செங்குத்தாக தோண்டப்பட்ட ஒரு பள்ளம். ஆழ்துளை மூலம் நிலத்தடி நீரை பூமிக்கு மேற்பரப்பில் கொண்டு வருவது. Well irrigation is the most important source of irrigation. It is very most important one and it is a cheap, dependable and popular source of irrigation in the country. it is the cheapest and dependable one. There are two types. One is open wells, another one is tube wells. Wells means கிணறு. Open wells means திறந்தவெளி கிணறு. This type of irrigation is widely practiced in the areas where groundwater is sufficiently available. Where the groundwater is sufficiently available, water மேலாக இருக்கக்கூடிய இடங்களில் இந்த வித கிணறுகளை பயன்படுத்துவார்கள். The area Ganga Plains, the deltoid region of Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna. Next one, tube wells. Tube wells are developed in the area of low water table, sufficient power supply and soft subsurface geological units. Tube wells are predominant in the states of Gujarat, Maharashtra, Punjab, Madhya Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Tube wells means துளை கிணறு. ஆழ்துளை கிணறு பாசனம் நிலத்தடி நீர் மட்டம் கிரவுண்ட் வாட்டர் சர்ஃபேஸ் குறைவாக உள்ள பகுதிகளில் மின்சாரங்களை பயன்படுத்தி நீரை வெளியே கொண்டு வர முயற்சிக்கிறார்கள். Tank irrigation. A tank is a natural or man-made hollow on the surface developed by constructing a small bund around it across a stream. Tank irrigation என்பது ஏரி பாசனம். ஏரி என்பது பூமியின் மேற்பகுதியில் இயற்கையாக அல்லது மனிதனால் உருவாக்கப்பட்ட ஒரு தாழ்வான நீர்த்தேக்க பகுதியாகும். It is used to collect and store water for irrigation, for watering the plants. It is used and other purpose also. Irrigation by tanks is very old system in our country, and it also includes irrigation from lake and ponds. Lake Eri, ponds Kuttai, Kulam. The tank irrigation is popular in the peninsular India due to the following reasons. Why the tank irrigation is popular in our country means, first one, the undulating relief, unequal land and hard rocks are make difficult to dig canals and wells. It is difficult to digging the canals and wells. Why means it is unequal land and a hard rock. Natural depression serve as reservoirs. That is naturally இயற்கையாகவே சில பள்ளங்கள் நீர்த்தேக்கங்களாக பயன்படுகின்றன. Absence of perennial rivers. Non-perennial rivers only having more in Tamil Nadu, so perennial rivers are not there. Impermeable rock structure which do not permit percolation. Impermeable means that is not allow rock நீர் புகாத பாறைகள், not allow the water to come out. The scattered nature of population and agricultural field also, that is less population and land also less, so that it is very useful in peninsular India. The tank irrigation. Modern irrigation methods. Nowadays in India, so many modern irrigation methods are using. Among that, drip irrigation, sprinkler, rain gun and central pivot irrigation. Drip irrigation method, சொட்டு நீர் பாசனம். This method was first developed. In this method, water is supplied in the form of drops through nozzle. Water can be saved up 70%. So nozzle means root. Drop by drop the water goes to the root. So water can be saved up 70%. Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sanchayi Yojana PMKSY, per drop more crop. This has been implemented to get more production by using water saving and conservation technologies. Sprinkler method. It is the simplest and easiest method of all. In this method, water is applied to the field from the source through the pipes with have small holes. It can be used in the area of uneven surface also. This sprinkler method is easiest method, and through the pipes, the pipe have small holes. It can be used in the area of uneven surfaces also. Rain gun, Telipu Pasanam. Rain gun is used to spread water like rain. It can be used to water the crops which grow up to 4 feet. It is useful to irrigate the crops like sugarcane and maize. தெளிப்பு பாசனம் என்பது பெயருக்கு ஏற்றவாறு மழை பொழிவை போன்றே பயிர்களுக்கு நீர்த்துளியை தெளிப்பதாகும். உயரத்திற்கு ஏற்றவாறு 4 மீட்டருக்கும் அதிகமாக உயரமுள்ள பயிர்களுக்கு இதை பயன்படுத்தலாம். sugarcane and maize, சோளம். Central pivot irrigation. It is also called water wheel and circle irrigation. மைய சுழற்சி அல்லது வட்ட சுழற்சி நீர்ப்பாசன முறை என்று கூறலாம். It is a method of crop irrigation in which equipment rotates around a pivot and crops are watered with sprinkler. இந்த நீர்ச்சக்கரம் அல்லது வட்டச்சுழற்சி நீர்ப்பாசனம் என்பது கருவியின் மையப்பகுதி சுழன்று கொண்டு தெளிப்பான்கள் மூலம் பயிர்களுக்கு நீர் தெளிப்பு முறை பயன்படுத்தப்படுகிறது. Multi-purpose river valley projects. It is a scientific management of water resources in our country. It is a scientific management of water resources, important one. Construction of dam across rivers is aimed at many purposes. Hence, it is termed as multi-purpose river valley projects. So, what is multi-purpose river valley projects means? Construction of dam. They are constructing the dam where across the river. They are aiming so much at many purposes. So, it is known as multi-purpose river valley projects. The various purposes of dams serves are irrigation, first one, hydropower generation, then water supply, it's give a water for drinking and industrial purposes also, controlling floods, development of fisheries, navigation, etc. Once again, what are the purposes of dam? Means irrigation, hydropower generation, water supply for drinking and industrial purpose, controlling the floods, development of fisheries, navigation, etc. Generally, majority of multi-purpose projects are combination of irrigation and hydropower. Two majority of multi-purpose project main thing, one is irrigation and another one is hydropower. Which are the major aims of the projects? I shown India multi-purpose river valley projects map here. Some places you have to see. Map question will be asked. Some multi-purpose river valley projects: Damodar Valley Project, Damodar River, Benefit States, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Bagranangal Project, highest gravity dam in the world, Sutlej River, Punjab, Haryana and Rajasthan, Hirakud Project, longest dam in the world. Which is the longest dam in the world means Hirakud, Mahanadi, Odisha, Kosi Project, Kosi River, Bihar and Nepal, Tungabhadra Project, Tungabhadra River, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka, Teri Dam, Bhagirathi, Uttarakhand, Champal Valley Project, Champal River, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh, Nagarjun Sagar Project, Krishna River, Andhra Pradesh, Sardar Sarovar Projects, Narmada River, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Indira Gandhi Canal Project, Sutlej River, Rajasthan, Punjab and Haryana, Mettur Dam, Kaveri, Tamil Nadu. These are the some important multi-purpose river valley projects. And then the next topic is agriculture. Agriculture is the process of producing food for people, fodder for cattle, fiber, and many other desired products by the cultivation of certain plants and the raising of domesticated animals. What is agriculture? Two more question. Agriculture is the process. It is one of the process of producing food for people, fodder for give a food for the cattle also, and we are getting fiber and many other desired products also by the cultivation certain plants and the raising of domesticated animals also. Next, determinants of agriculture. Agriculture in India is determined by a set of factors. Some of the important factors. Some factors determine the agriculture. Now we will see that. First one is physical factor. Relief, climate and soil. Relief also, that is Nilatotram, climate and soil. Institutional factors, size of farm holdings, land tenure and land reform also. Nilachirthirtham, size of the land, then land tenure means Nilavara Murai. Infrastructural factors, irrigation, power, transport, credit, income, market, insurance and storage facilities, சேமிப்பு வசதிகள். Technological factors, high yielding varieties of seed, chemical fertilizers, ரசாயன உரங்கள், insecticides and machineries. Insecticides means பூச்சிக்கொல்லி மற்றும் machines. Types of farming. There are different types of farming are used in India. The first one is subsistence farming. Subsistence means necessity of life. தன்னிறைவு. A considerable proportion of farmers in the country practice subsistence farming. Proportion means equal share. Some farmers, they use this method. Farmers grow crops with the help of family members and consumes almost the entire farm produce with little surplus to sell in the market. What they need to their family, that crops they grow in the field for their family consumes, and they sold surplus things. Surplus means extra things in the market also. Preference is given to food crops. Which one they do the things use means, that is food crops. In addition to the food crops, sugarcane, oil seeds, cotton, jute, tobacco are also cultivated. Traditional farming method results in low productivity only. Traditionally they are using this method, so production is very low only. Shifting agriculture, இடப்பெயர்வு. This type of agriculture is performed by tribal people in a piece of forest land after clearing the trees through the felling and burning the trunks and branches. Shifting agriculture, the tribal people use in the forest areas. They cleared the forest and burned it. After that, once the land is cleared, crops are grown for 2-3 years. 2 or 3 years they use this land. The land will get abandoned as the fertility of the soil decreases. The soil fertility decreases means the farmers then move to new area. This type of farming is known as shifting agriculture. And new area, the process will be repeated the same process. Next place also they use. They cultivate some grains and vegetable crops using the manual labor, that is human. It is also called as slash and burn cultivation. Slash na வெட்டுதல் and burn cultivation. Different names of shifting agriculture in different regions in India. Zoom, Assam. Ponnam, Kerala. Podu, Andhra Pradesh. Bivar, Masan, Penda, Bira, Madhya Pradesh. Next one is intensive farming. Intensive means deep. Intensive farming is an agricultural intensification and a mechanization system that aims to maximize yield from available land through various means such as heavy use of pesticides and chemical fertilizers also. Want to give more production so that available land what they gave, from that they use the pesticides and chemical fertilizers and showing the yields so much. This type of farming is known as intensive farming. Dry farming, Baranda. This type of farming is practiced in arid areas where irrigation facilities are lacking. This type of farming, dry farming, is practiced in, that is dry lands, arid areas where irrigation facilities are very less. Crops cultivated in this area can withstand dry condition. Which are the crops growing here? That crops also can stand in the dry condition also. The crops grown generally with the help of irrigation are also grown under dry farming only. In such circumstances, the yield are generally low only. So in this method, in the dry land, the crops growing is very less only. The yield productions also very low only. Most of the areas under dry cultivation entertain only one crop per year. Per year, they cultivate only one crop only. Mixed farming. Mixed farming is defined as a system of farm which includes crop production, raising livestock, poultry, fisheries, beekeeping, etc. What is mixed farming? Mixed farming is defined as a system of farm. They keep a farm land, that is pannai, which includes crop production. They are doing the crop production as well as they raising livestock, poultry, fishery, beekeeping, கால்நடைகள், கோழி, மீன், தேனீ வளர்ப்பு, இந்த மாதிரி தொழில்களையும் கூடவே செய்வார்கள். This is known as mixed farming. To sustain and satisfy as many needs of the farmer as possible. It sustain or satisfy many needs of the farmers. Terrace farming, படிக்கட்டு வேளாண்மை முறை. This type of cultivation is practiced specially in hilly areas. Where terrace farming is practicing? In hilly areas where lands are of sloping nature. In hilly regions, the lands are sloping in nature. The hill and mountain slopes are cut to form terraces. They cut the lands from terraces and the land is used in the same way as in permanent agriculture. How they are doing? The same level they cut the land. Since the availability of flat land is limited only. The land availability of flat land is limited only. Terraces are made to provide small patches of level land. சிறிய சமமான நிலப்பகுதிகளாக பிரிக்கப்படுகிறது. Soil erosion is also checked due to terrace forming on hill slopes. மண் அரிப்பு. This also checked, stopped by this terrace formation on hill slopes. Major crops cultivated in India. The major crops of India are divided into four major categories. The major crops, they divided into four major categories. That is, first one, food crops. That first one is food crops, wheat, maize, rice, millets, pulses, etc. Next one is cash crops, sugarcane, tobacco, cotton, jute, oil seeds. Plantation crops, tea, coffee and rubber. Horticulture crops, fruits, flowers and vegetables. Now we will see one by one. Food crops. In that, first we are going to see rice. Due to its large population, Indian agriculture is largely dominated by the food crops only. Why? Because of our population. Then, which is the indigenous crops or stable food for South Indians? Good. Rice. Rice is an indigenous crop. India is the second largest producer of rice in the world after China. A very important crop for us. And India gets the second largest producer. Which country gets the second largest producer? India. And which country gets the first one? China. It is mainly a tropical country. India is a tropical country growing mainly with mean temperatures of 24 degrees Celsius, and its temperature, it gets 24 degrees Celsius once need, and annual rainfall of 150 centimeter. Deep fertile clayey or loamy soil are. In which soil it will be grow well? Fertile clayey or loamy soil are suited well for the rice cultivation. It also needs abundant supply of cheap labors also need. Rice in India is shown in three ways. What are they? Broadcasting, blogging or drilling, transplanting. Broadcasting means விதை தூவல். Blogging or drilling means ஏர் உழுதல் அல்லது துளையிடுதல். Transplanting means நாற்று நடுதல். Due to increased use of high yielding variety HYV seeds and CR Don 205, AR Don 306, CRR 451, etc. These and all important rice. Many of these indigenous variety were disappeared. In 2016, the first 10 leading rice producing states are West Bengal, the first place in India, West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Assam and Haryana. Cropping seasons in India. There are three important cropping seasons are there. Kharif season, Rabi season, Zaid season. Kharif season, June to September. In northern state, rice, cotton, bajra, maize, jowar are growing. Southern states, rice, ragi, maize, jowar, groundnut. Rabi season, that is October to March, wheat, gram, rape seeds, mustard, barley. Rice, maize, ragi, groundnut, jowar. Zaid season, April to June, vegetables, fruits, fodder, that means millets in northern state, rice, vegetables, fodder, that also millets in southern states. Here I gave paddy production in India. Shared the paddy production in India areas? If they ask, you have to mark like this. Wheat is the second most important food crop of the country. The wheat is second important food crop after the rice. It accounts for 22% of the total area and 34% of the total production of food grains in our country. It requires 10 to 15 degrees Celsius temperature at the time of sowing and 20 to 25 degrees Celsius temperature at the time of ripening of grains. விதைகள் தூவும் பொழுது 10 to 15 degrees Celsius temperature need. The same time ripening period 20 to 25 degrees Celsius temperature is need. Over 85% of the Indians' wheat production comes from 5 states, namely Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. Apart from these regions, the black soil tract of the Deccan covering parts of Maharashtra and Gujarat also the wheat is growing, contribute a major wheat production. Share the wheat production areas in India means here I gave a map. Please see this and do it. Area which is Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh as well as Maharashtra and Gujarat. That area we can mark it. The important major food crops, that is rice and wheat, you know. One 5 more question also we can expect from that. Examine the geographical condition favorable for the cultivation of rice and wheat. And other than that, jowar, solam, bajra, kambu, barley, pulses also important major food crops. Next one is cash crops. The crops which are cultivated for commercial purpose are called cash crops. What is cash crops? The crops which are cultivated for commercial purpose are called cash crops. These crops include sugarcane, tobacco, fiber crops, that means cotton, jute and oil seeds. Sugarcane. It is the second largest producer in the world. This crop provides raw material for the sugar industry, which is the second largest industrial category of our country. The second largest industrial category, sugar industry, and production also second largest producer in the world, sugarcane. Next, besides providing sugar, not only the sugar, okay, then gur, natu chakare and gandasari vellam, this also they are making. It supplies molasses, that means karumbu charu, for alcohol industry and beccase for paper industry, chakkai. India is ranked third in sugar production in the world. World level, we get the third place after Cuba and Brazil. You know, that is World Sugar Bowl, Cuba. After Cuba and Brazil, India get the third place. At the state level, Uttar Pradesh is the leading producer of sugarcane, followed by Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu and Gujarat. Cotton. Cotton is the most important cash crop of India. It provides raw material to the largest industry of India. India ranks second next to China in the production of cotton. You know, cotton is a fiber crop. Where it will grow means that is in black soil. So cotton is the most important cash crops and provide a raw material to the largest industry, cotton industry of India, and it gets the second next to China. Then important areas, mark the cotton growing area means Gujarat, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh and Punjab. Next, jute. It also a important fiber crop. It is a tropical fiber crops, grows well in the alluvial soil. It provides raw material for jute industry. It is used for manufacturing gunny bags, conipai, carpets, kambalam, hessins, a strong cloth, ropes, கயிறு, strings, நூலிழை, rugs, mat, and tarpaulins, and upholsteries, திரை சீலைகள், etc. And important jute growing area is West Bengal in the cultivation and production of jute. The other cultivator of jute are Bihar, Assam and Meghalaya. Oil seeds. Oil seeds, the premier source of fat in the Indian diet, are derived from number of crops. Fatna கொழுப்பு பொருள் நிறைந்த எண்ணெய் வித்துக்கள். Like groundnut நிலக்கடலை, rapeseed mustard கடுகு, sesame எள், linseed ஆளி விதை, sunflower சூரியகாந்தி விதை, custard ஆமணுக்கு, cotton seed பருத்தி, Niger, that is one type of oil seed. These provide oil and it's giving oil as well as oil cake also, that is punnaku, which are used for making. It is very useful in making lubricants, varnish, medicine, perfume, candles, soap, manure and cattle feed also. It is good food for cattle. Gujarat is India's largest oilseed producing state. In groundnut production, India is the second largest producer in the world after the China. India is the second place in the world. Here I gave India major cash crops, shade that places sugarcane, cotton, jute, tea, coffee, or mark that area. Likewise, they can ask, check that map. Plantation crops, தோட்டப்பயிர்கள். Plantation crops are cultivated for the purpose of exports only. Tea, coffee, rubber and spices are the major plantation crop of India. Tea is an evergreen plant that mainly grow in tropical and subtropical climate, and you can mark Assam. Pogi originated from China, Assamica, two types, that is from India. Next, coffee. Coffee is grown in shade and grows effectively in the altitude between 1000 and 1500. Arabica and Robusta are two best qualities. Rubber plantation were first established in Kerala, so we can mark rubber Kerala. Then spices, that also we can mark in Kerala. India has been world famous for its spices since ancient period also. The spices mostly used for flavoring the food. Horticulture crops. It refers to the cultivation of fruits, flowers and vegetables. So horticulture means cultivation of fruits, flowers and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables are the important supplement to the human diet. It is very, very important supplement of human diet as they provide essential minerals. Why? It's provide minerals, vitamins and fiber also required for maintaining our health. India is the second position in the production of fruits and vegetables. Livestock is an integral component of the farming system in India. Livestock na கால்நடைகள், integral na important component of the farming system in India. The livestock sector is socially and economically very significant due to its multifactional outputs and contribution to social culture security also. It's giving a contribution also. It also helps to improve food and nutritional security by providing nutrition rich food product, generate income, giving a income and employment, and act as a cushion against crop failure, provide drought power and manure inputs to the crop subsector. Cattle, goats and buffaloes are important livestock. Dairy, meat and wool production that is meat. Uttar Pradesh is the leading producer, and wool production, Rajasthan followed by Karnataka. Livestock census. First livestock census in India was conducted with the title of Dairy Cattle Census in 1919. First livestock census in India when they started means 1919, and following this the 19th livestock census was conducted in October 2012, and it take place at every 5 years. Next topic is fisheries. Fisheries in India are very important economic activity and a flourishing sector with varied resources and potential. Fishery in India are very important economic activity. Then fishing in India is a major industry in coastal states, and it's giving employment over 14 million people. It produces about 3% of world's fish and occupies second place among the fish producing nations after the world China. There are two types: marine or sea fisheries, inland or freshwater fisheries. Major issues faced by farmers in India. விவசாயிகள் எதிர்கொள்ளக்கூடிய முக்கிய பிரச்சனைகள். Small and fragmented land holding. Population is high but land is very small. High cost of inputs. Good quality seeds need means they want to give high prices. And infertile soil. Soil also not a fertile and resulting in low productivity. Lack of irrigation. Irrigation facilities also not developed. Lack of mechanization. Machinery is also very less only. Soil erosion also one of the reason. Agricultural marketing. Due to the absence of the marketing facility, the farmers have to depend on local traders only. Inadequate storage facilities. Storage facilities in the rural areas are totally absent, so that after the harvest, their products immediately want to sell. Inadequate transport. One of the main handicaps with Indian agriculture is the lack of cheap and efficient means of transportation also, and scarcity of capital. Agriculture is an important industry which requires a huge capital. The role of capital plays a major role in the purchase of advanced farm machineries and equipments also. So it is very less only to the farmers. Agricultural revolutions in India. Yellow revolution, oil seed production. Blue revolution, fish production. Brown revolution, leather, cocoa, non-conventional products. Golden fiber revolution, jute production. Golden revolution, fruits, honey products, horticulture development. Once again you listen. Golden fiber means jute. Golden revolution means fruit, honey. Grey revolution, fertilizers. Pink revolution, onion production. Evergreen revolution, overall production of agriculture. Silver revolution, egg production. Silver fiber revolution, cotton. Red revolution, meat production, tomato production. Round revolution, potato. Green revolution, food grains. White revolution, milk production. My dear children, I wind up the class by saying agriculture is the backbone of our country. Without backbone, we can't stand. Like that, without agriculture, our economy also can't develop. Thank you.